Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I want to begin, as always, by thanking God for the opportunity to read for all of you. And I want to thank all of you. So, I wrote something this morning, and I had Googled megahertz, and it came up with release, inner conflict, and struggle. So I wanted to write a little bit about it. It's just music, and it's the frequency that can be cleansing to you. So take time for yourself. You are number one in your own life. Put down other burdens. It's not for you to fix. You can stand by and support. However, if someone is unwilling and expects you to do what they need to do, nothing will ever change. Each of us must take our own and make a choice to change for the better or remain the same. Choosing better for yourself is important because truly no one knows you like you do. Forcing or allowing others to do all the work is not fixing the problem. It could be like putting a Band-Aid on something that needs stitches. Okay? How did they get there? How will they truly learn the lesson? Support is one thing. Carrying it all because you want to support, there is no real gain. For the one you are trying to fix. Love is kind, but neither are weaknesses. Encourage those to work on themselves, improving their situation by their positive thoughts and the matching actions. Sparing the rod spoils the child. This does not mean to be physical. It can simply be speaking the truth. If they are within your vision, your voice, however it resonates for you, periodically reach out and send messages of healing love. Love will also change your perspective about it. You will no longer carry anxiety about it. You will just let love reign. No more confusion, no more frustration. More peace will enter your life when you choose a perspective of love. Okay, so that's what I was guided to write this morning. So I want to talk about to relinquish control. I simply let loose and allow myself to be more childlike. That doesn't mean that you dismiss your obligations, your responsibilities. To be more childlike, to be free to be who you truly are, removing layers of a mask that has changed who you're really truly supposed to be. Okay? Because being childlike, we are a child of God. How can we be more like a child of God? That's how we're supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to read, and I got Psalms 80. Hear us, O shepherd of Israel, you who lead Joseph like a flock, you who sit enthroned between the cherubim, shine forth. Before Ephraim, Benjamin, and Manasseh, awaken your might. Come and save us. Restore us, O God. Make your face shine upon us, that we may be saved. O Lord God Almighty, how long will your anger smolder against the prayers of your people? You have fed them with the bread of tears. You have made them drink tears of the bowlful. You have made us a source of contention to our neighbors, and our enemies mock us. Restore us, O God Almighty, make your face shine upon us, that we may be saved. You brought a vine out of Egypt. You drove out the nations and planted it. You cleared the ground for it, and it took root and filled the land. The mountains were covered with its shade, the mighty cedars with its branches. It set out its boughs to the sea, its shoots as far as the river. Why have you broken down its walls, so that all who pass by pick its grapes? Boars from the forest ravage it, and the creatures of the field feed on it. Return to us, O God Almighty, look down from heaven and see. Watch over this vine, the root your right hand has planted, the son you have raised up for yourself. Your vine is cut down, it is burned with fire. At your rebuke, your people perish. Let your hand rest on the man at your right hand, the Son of Man you have raised up for yourself. Then we will not turn away from you. Revive us, and we call on your name. Restore us, O Lord God Almighty. Make your face shine upon us, that we may be saved. Okay, so that was Psalms 80 in its entirety. All right, so out of my handwritten cards, I have try to observe and speak less. Ancestral protection and guidance. So you can speak to your ancestors all the way up to the good Lord Almighty. I have a card regarding Louisiana. Could be New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Bossier City. And then I have another card that says Ohio. So these are two different states. They have two different cultures. So possibly one could be from Ohio and the other from Louisiana. Or it could just be stating there's a cultural difference between two. Be triumphant in everything you do. He or she is about to express a decision made regarding to be with you, marry you, never leave you alone. And it's real love, so don't run from it if this message is resonating for you. And the last card is God is alive, God is love, love is God, there is only one. Okay. So next, out of my animals that are on the extinction list is the red wolf. So I'm going to read that for you. Spiritual meaning first. Red wolf. The red wolf has spiritual significance in Native American cultures, where it is seen as a protector, teacher, and a symbol of balance. Red wolves are seen as protectors of the world's balance. Harmony. Red wolves are associated with harmony, balance, and sustainability. Guardianship. Wolves are associated with guardianship, freedom, and trusting one's instincts. Inner wisdom. Wolves encourage people to look within themselves to find their deepest truths and the power to control their lives. Letting go. Wolves can represent letting go of the need to be right, force a certain outcome, or direct everything to serve one's own needs. Cherokee beliefs. In Cherokee spiritual beliefs, the red wolf is known as Waya. That's W-A-Y-A. Cherokee people traditionally avoid killing red wolves, believing it will bring about vengeance from the wolf's packmates. The red wolf is smaller thinner relative of the gray wolf. It is the most endangered canid and is native to the southeast. It is critically endangered due to poaching, trapping, and habitat loss. So we have to be mindful, again, of doing things to change our ecosystem. When we are humans and we're trying to expand and build homes, the animal kingdom loses their area. So we need to find new solutions in how we are living our lives as humans and how it actually impacts other species. Okay? So now my love cards. Love can grow. Love can cause you to nurture. Nurture yourself, those around you that you love. Nurture good change. Love can bring in hope. Love can make you choose. And love can reveal. So, however those cards resonate for you. Okay, now we're going to do the angel numbers. And we have the Empress, which is the 3. And we have 5 of Wands. It is a 5, of course. And then we have the Tower, which is a 16 turning to 7. So we're at 357. So let me read these for you real quick. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're liking and sharing and subscribing, as well as making comments. All those are really appreciated. Okay, so the Tower, that is House of God, disruption, expulsion from an earthly paradise, divine wrath, punishment of pride, losses, revelry that destroys, bankruptcy, plans ruined, need to start again. Okay, so that was the Tower, kind of reading it backwards, I guess. All right, the 5 of Wands. Competition, battle for life and success, play acting, conflicting opinions, ambitions, or activities. Too many choices, needing to accommodate a varied taste and needs, complexity, struggle. And then the Empress. The Queen, feminine power, matriarch, mother, fertility, pleasure, luxury, beauty, success, initiative, evolution, movement, marriage, wealth, over-attachment, domestic upheaval, delay, lack of creativity, waste. So when I look at these cards, I see the Empress. She's watching a battle of some sort. And this could be energetically or it could be physically. All right, and very possibly it's God's wrath saying something's not right. Whatever foundation was here, you see a man and a woman falling. God is calling judgment and saying that this needs to be destroyed. Okay, so however it resonates for you, if it does at all. Next, we have to do the angel number. I did that yesterday too. So 357. It's the angel number. Okay, Joanne Scribes. Number 357 is comprised of the energies and attributes of number 3, the vibrations of number 5, and the influences of number 7. Number 3 brings growth in manifesting, expansion, sensitivity, self-expression, and communication. Creativity, joy, and optimism. Number 3 also relates to the Ascended Masters. Number 5 encourages us to be true to ourselves and live our lives accordingly. And it resonates with personal freedom, life changes, and making positive life choices and decisions. Variety, adaptability, and versatility, resourcefulness, innovation, activity, and progress. Number 7 resonates with inner knowing and understanding others, compassionate and empathy, dignity and refinement, spiritual awakening, development, and enlightenment, endurance and persistence of study, purpose, learning, and education. Angel number 357 tells you that an important key to personal growth is to be willing to know your true values, principles, beliefs, and life lessons. Closely examine your inner thoughts and feelings and accept your own power and purpose. Take full responsibility for yourself and your choices and actions. Stand strong in your beliefs and do not allow others to negatively influence you in any way. Accept yourself for who you are and make life changes according to your true essence. Angel number 357 is a message to trust your intuitive urges and promptings and confidently follow its directions as you are being guided towards the next steps of your life path and soul mission. Your angels are whispering encouragement and asking you to have faith in your inner wisdom and soul urgings. Expect wonderful changes in many ways. The angels are helping you to heal and release any self-sabotaging behavior or thoughts so that you can be of service to others unhindered. Okay. So next we have the Psychic Tarot. I received this card first. Victory and success regarding harmony. Good news is on the way. The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory, and success that often follow a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how you triumphantly came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point in your life where you've become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded, remember where you came from, and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. Okay, so the next one was 5 regarding change. Wisdom. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You are also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group of like-minded souls. Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts, and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred support helps you live life to your highest ideals, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment That's part of your soul. Over time, the student often becomes the teacher, so don't be surprised when others seek out and find you. This card of wisdom is letting you know that you have so much to share, whether you realize it or not. It is considered the Hierophant card. Okay, and then the last card is Temptation, which is the 6. So 656 might resonate for you. Though this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. This is the time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, it's often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work, hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. The Temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. Of course, this is the devil in regular tarot. Okay? So, what do we have next? I have 6 cards from the Tattoo Tarot. I have 4 regarding structure. 4, is the one where there's 3 cups. I believe they're tipped over, and Spirit is reaching down to give a man leaning up against a tree, sitting down, the 4th cup, which is full, and he's looking the other way. The 2 of Swords is regarding a choice. And, I just have to read the cards the way I see it. Maybe there's a choice that was made and it was the wrong choice. Okay, again, if it resonates, put it how it fits. The Queen of Wands. She's a passionate queen. She's lived life. She's had her own trials and tribulations. She's learned to protect herself. And she's learned to protect what is hers. Okay, so this could be a male or a female. But she's mid-age, so maybe around 30-ish. Okay, so the 3 of Coins talks about coming together and working together, having cooperation. Both, see, you have the same tools there and the same tools there, both working towards the same goal. Okay, and then you have the 6 of Cups, and it's said that it has to do with memories. Thinking back about times, so they could very well be thinking about someone. Okay, so they could be thinking about a Knave of Coins. Someone younger, maybe just younger minded, who is studious, who likes to learn. He could be a messenger of some sort. Okay, so the next I have some cards from the mermaids. Messages from the mermaids. Show gratitude. When I began this journey, first of all, God kind of had to prove it. Unfortunately, I wasn't walking in faith. I wanted to walk in faith, but I just couldn't see how things could work out. And one evening, I was in my bedroom, and I sat up in bed, and I said, all right, God, I'm ready to take the leap of faith. I don't know how I'm going to get an apartment without having money for a deposit and first month's rent. I don't know how I'm going to make my $400 and something, almost $500 car payments, but I'm ready to take a leap of faith. And in no time, the broker that my husband at the time and I were working for talked about the railing on these two buildings that they were having us work on so they could put it up for sale. And I said, well, Wallace, God bless his soul, he lost his life in September of 2019 from some sort of cancer. But he was a good man, and he was a master at connecting people, networking, getting deals done. But Wallace said, hey, Marcia, we can't sell these units with the railings the way they look. I said, well, Wallace, I said I was in the Navy, so I know about what it takes to take metal. And I said it has to be grinded or wire brushed out. It has to be washed with clean soap and dried, rinsed and dried. I said, and it has to be patched with, we could use Bondo, and then it has to be smooth, and then primed and painted. And I told him, I said, you give me that apartment for 6 months and I'll do it for free. All material, by the time my 6 months is done, the work will be done. And so he called his contact, the owner, and it was approved. So that was the beginning of how God has come into my life. How could I ever turn my back on that? How could I ever say those things did not happen for me? They were blessings from God. To learn a lesson of giving too much and not receiving it back. I stood in that marriage. We were married for 16 years. And a lot of things happened before that will be in my memoir or my autobiography when I start writing it again. But you can never know the power of God until you start talking to him, until you start building a relationship with him, until you start listening to what your angels, what your ancestors, your spirit guides are trying to tell you. Are you in the right situations for the right reasons? And how is it affecting your life? You have to take control of your own life. Make the decisions that are right for you. It may not be right for Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Sue, Betty, Joanne, whatever it is, whoever it is. It could be a workplace. It could be a relationship. It could be family members. It could be friends in general. When you see a vision, you can't deny seeing that vision. When you have dreams, you can dismiss them, but a lot of dreams are from Spirit trying to guide you, trying to make you redirect whatever's happening in your life to make the changes to enhance your life. But for me, just speaking about how I sat up in my bed that day in 2019, I guess. Yeah, 2019. Might have been, I don't know, it was like the summertime. And I sat up in my bed. I said, all right, God, show me. I'm ready to take the leap of faith. And in no time, I had my apartment. And that's the God's honest truth. So when I began seeing how God has touched my life, I started thanking Him for everything. A little pretty flower, a little bird, a smile to someone I'm passing, making it safe home, having a roof over my head, having the food that I need, having everything provided for me. Okay, God did that for me, and He's still doing it for me in this day. He's never left me high and dry. Okay, next is waiting. Sometimes it's the plan for us to wait. Sometimes it's the plan for us to just keep living our lives, but always waiting and paying attention to the voice of God, to your inner gut. What can I do today to make the world better? What can I say to enlighten others? How can I make someone feel better about their situation from a distance? How can I help people heal? That's why it's so important that if I'm saying anything that resonates and you make a comment, it has nothing to do with the algorithm of the channel. Of course, that helps, but what it has to do is an exchange of energy that lets me know that I'm working in the right direction. I'm working to help just one person. Okay? So next, we have innocence. God really wants us to return to innocence. And people say, well, when you've been out in the world and you've done this, that, or the other, you have no more innocence. And that's not true. When you ask God, forgive me, God, for what I have done, and you can speak those intimate words between you and Spirit, and God knows everything. He sees everything. He hears everything. He knows what's in your book, what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, when you're going to do this, when you're not going to do this. He knows everything about you. At the same time, you see the signs. When you ask God for forgiveness, you do get to allow. He does allow you to return to your innocence. It doesn't mean that you're innocent and naive. It means that you have been cleansed from all of your sins, and you have a new chapter in your life if you choose it. Nobody can tell you what to do. No one can tell you what direction to go. People can advise you, but you have to remember that people might have their own initiative. They might have their own agenda. They might have their own reasons. So that's why it's important to seek the Lord first. Seek within yourself and have a conversation with God and say, hey, God, this is Marcia down here. You know, what am I to do today that will be helping change the world, even if it's one person at a time? Okay, so sometimes people are afraid to make changes because of the mystery of it. Where is this road taking me? If I've been on this path and I've had some troubles, I've had some times of being indecisive, I've had times of hurting another or getting hurt by another. I've tried to be the best person, but things just keep not working out. And I'll tell you, you can actually, I don't know. I kind of believe, you know, I had someone ask me, what is it going to take to go to heaven? And I said, I'm a good person. And really being good is the opposite of being bad. If you believe in the devil, if you believe in evil, you got to believe there's a God and there is good. So, on that note, I mean, I believe that being good is good, but it's not enough. You have to realize that every good thing that happens to you I can't even really say that. I want to say every good thing that happens to you is a blessing from God. But I know that the devil will give people things to keep them. They'll keep them happy and content where they're at while they're dishing out evilness, while they're being unfair to other people, not really being out there helping others, for example, right? Say someone has $5 million in the bank and their brother calls them up and says, hey, you know, I'm on Social Security right now and I can't afford a new car and I can't even afford a payment. Can you help me out? You know, the brother-in-law or the brother could say, hey, you know, yeah, I'll help you out. But I need you to whatever, do a favor, you know, run to the store and buy me something, or I don't really know how to offset that, because you can just do it out of your heart and know that God's going to give it back to you. But if you feel like that person has taken advantage of you or whatever it is that makes you want to say no, if you have the ability to help someone, and in other words, there's no real true answer. The brother or brother-in-law has to say, let me think about it. And I'll call you back tomorrow, or I'll call you back by Wednesday or something. And they go into their prayer and they say, hey, God, you know, this is Tom down here. And my brother-in-law, John, has a situation. And I'm praying to you, God, to give me the right answer, to touch my heart in the way that you would want me. Make me move the way you would want me to move. You know, and go by your gut feeling, sleep on it, and then make your decision. And, but I think everything has to go through God. You can't have $5 million and think that, oh, I did this all. No, it's God's grace that gave it to you. And if it's not God's grace, if you never thank God if you never showed any gratitude to God, saying, thank God this job came through. Thank God these jobs came through and I provided for my family. You thank God for that. You don't say, I, me. So that would be ego. So I would think that if it's not a gift from God, if you can't say it's a gift from God, then it's a gift from somewhere else. Okay, basically. Okay, discernment. Discern what is right for you at that time. If you need time for yourself to decide, take time. But know if you have an opportunity, say you have an opportunity in England that's going to provide you with working less and a more free life. And it might be a spiritual job. You know, God is going to only wait so long. And, you know, there's going to be some sort of prompting to have that person who's offering that job move forward with someone else, or vice versa. Okay? So make sure that everything you do, you know, you can mentally say it because we're all energetically connected. You could be driving down the road and in your mind say, hey, God, you know, I'm really thinking about going for this opportunity. People, place, or thing, whatever it is. Can you give me some signs? And God will show you the signs. I'm a witness to that. You know, and people have a choice to believe me or not believe me. Being aware of everything around you, people, places, and things, how it's affecting your life. Are you really, truly happy? Are you there just for a paycheck? Are you there just because of the children and you and her, or her and you are fighting all the time? Is that really healthy for the children? And my girlfriend stated that her divorce was like she had 2 kids, and after 10 years they made them go through a co-parenting class. And what she said was true. Why wait 10 years? Why don't they make the couples go through it at the time of the divorce so things can be settled? Things can be kind of, everybody knows their job, everybody knows their place, everybody knows what they're supposed to do. So being aware, whatever the situation is, being aware of how people are affecting you. Are they tearing you down, or are they building you up? Are they filling your cup, or are they draining it? Okay, so moving forward, I have some cards from the Archangel, so I'm just going to read these for you. 7 of Raphael has to do with spirituality. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So detox can be anything. Are you watching too much TV? Are you watching too many YouTubes? Are you frequently going to watering holes, bars? Are you involved with any toxicity? It could be maybe the girl's really beautiful and she's not ready to settle down. She wants to experience a lot of different things. Or maybe it's a guy and they're with whoever they're with. Maybe they're that poly thing, All those things are not right. Anything that's too much is too much. Anything that causes issues is too much. Okay, if you can't find the balance, you need to go within. Okay, 8 of Gabriel. The power. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results. Important communication. Okay, so that could be someone who's ready to reach out to you. Maybe this is no communication, or maybe you haven't heard from them in a while. Again, it could be a child. It could be a friend. It could be a job opportunity. It could be, I don't know, maybe you win the lottery. Someone's calling you to say you won the lottery. Okay, so it could be many things. So communication is coming in. 6 has to do with harmony. Archangel Raphael, the lovers. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Queen of Michael, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. Solutions, which is a 5, having to do with change. Archangel Zadkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So if you're out there and you want to heal a situation, you know, I don't know, maybe send a message. Look, I really miss you. Or see success that comes from objective compromise. Or you might be in a relationship. Hey, we broke up. I really miss you. And I want to apologize for whatever I've done to hurt you. Or I want to heal this situation. I want us to move forward with a clean slate. Whatever those words are for you. Okay, King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. So someone's learning how to not spend. Someone's learning how to stretch a dollar. Someone's learning how to get more income, residual income. Maybe someone's getting another job. 7 of Michael. 7, again, spirituality. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Like for me and my job, I would love to go out and do videos like on site, not just in my home, but naturally I need like a camera person, right? Someone who can make sure they get my best views. Someone who could possibly go to an editing school, photography, filming school. You can learn that kind of stuff online. You don't necessarily have to go to school. But so for me, working alone, I could set up a what do you call those 3-legged stands with the camera holder, but it just doesn't work out for me. But for me, working alone, yeah, it's not my first answer, but right now it's my only answer. So in time, the right people will come into place, the right situations will happen, and I know that God is going to bless me with everything that I need. So I believe it, I claim it, and I keep doing my work. Okay, so 3 of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So it's very possible that someone could be crossing the waters. There's a lady there. It doesn't mean she's getting on the boat. Maybe the boat's pulling in and she's waiting on someone. So however that resonates, prosperity rising, someone has been planning, someone's ready to take the next steps, someone's being optimistic. And that's the thing, if you believe that you're gonna do something or go somewhere and it's gonna turn out bad, that's gonna stop you from going. So that's a mindset that you have to change. You know, if you dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's, you should be good to go. Okay, so got two more for you. I have the native spirit, Grandmother Earth. Stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you're ready and feel secure in stepping forward. There is a profound source of strength and power within you, and it is expanding now. Put your roots down. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. Your native spirit wants you to know Grandmother Earth provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports all of us with her bounty. She's stable and strong in her devotion to us. You are supported and loved even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Don't rush, slow down. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risk. The journey to deepen your connection to Grandmother Earth and bring security in all forms into your life. Walk barefoot on the earth. Place your hands in the earth or make investments. Imagine the strengthening, grounding energy of the earth filling you and your life. Okay. And the last card we have is the Divine Feathers. Here's the feather, and the bird is the magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Magpie is a messenger associated in folklore with great luck and fortune. These highly intelligent birds are also extremely social. The magpie takes much time carefully building its nest with great attention to detail. Magpie is legendary for its attraction to shiny things, which it collects and hoards. Thus, the bird is associated with a tendency for materialism or valuing things for their appearance. The magpie feather is a reminder that the world we live in tends to be obsessed with materialism too. The black and white of magpie shows us how important it is to find balance in the duality of our earthly and spiritual paths. Magpie is reminding you that any obsession with material things or achievements will not nurture your spiritual path. The latest and greatest home, car, or gadget will not help you get any closer to true contentment. Now is a good time to reevaluate where you are and notice if you have become distracted by the accumulation of physical things. The messenger also brings the promise of good luck by way of magical support. Finding a balance between the inner and outer worlds is the message of magpie. Energies: materialism, balance, good fortune. Seasons: spring and summer. Element: air. Color: black and white. The affirmation is, I seek only what is needed to stay balanced and true to my path. Okay, so that's the end of our reading. I hope this reading that you found some sort of clarity. I pray for the collective that whatever healing that you're searching for, whatever knowledge you are needing at this time, whatever moves or changes or additions, subtractions, whatever it is for you that you need to feel full and living your best life, I hope you find it. If no one has told you today that you are loved, know that I love you. Bye.